We're going to start tackling the timing belt and water pump on the D16Z6. Alright, so I got this box here from the mail lady. Obviously I've had my prints all over it. We're going to open this thing up. This should be my OEM pulley. Yeah. Bag within a box. Bag within a bag. Another bag within the bag. Oh my god, dude.
Is there another one?
What the heck? Okay.
Finally.
We finally made it to the end of the...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bags in a box?
5 bags. Alright, here we go. OEM D16Z6 harmonic balancer crank pulley, you know, from the D16Z6. I'm gonna be putting that on. I know the whole internet hates the hell out of this VMS piece. So I've heard people saying that, you know, hey, they've been running it for a while, it works fine. I don't know, you know, there's so many different stories out there. You can't go wrong with OEM, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and use the OEM crank pulley harmonic balancer piece. We'll be changing that out. So what I just did there was line up the timing marks with that right there with the gun sight. And then you'll see here the cam is in the up position. It's kind of worn out, but you can see right there it says up. And so that way we know that everything is in time right here. And then we're gonna go ahead, buzz that off, buzz this VMS pulley off. Then we'll be lining up the new pulley using these timing marks. But first we're gonna take off the valve cover, and then we're gonna take off the lower timing cover, and then also the pulley. Okay guys, so that's the VMS lightweight pulley off, and it really is light. Definitely compared to the stock one, it is lighter for sure. But so anyway, what I pulled out of there is called the keyway. I'm sure a lot of you know, but in case you don't, it's this little piece right here that goes in this little groove. This is the VMS pulley, it goes in that little groove. Here is the stock pulley. Goes in that groove, that little piece. And you'll see it when you're there. It connects up to the crankshaft and just make sure everything spins. Without this, it's not gonna hook up and connect, you know? So the next thing we're gonna be doing is removing this lower timing belt cover. So lower timing cover off, everything is exposed now. Oh yeah, you need that little gasket, or that little cover on there. So we are going to start by removing the tensioner, or loosening the tensioner, and then we'll be able to wiggle the whole old belt off. There's the old belt. So belt is off, Trav is holding the old belt, and to be honest, it doesn't look that bad, but I don't know, I mean, we're here, it's the best time to change it, right? So that's the old one. Here's the new one in here. See, looking nice and good, rubbery. I'm sure that one's kind of, it's maybe a little older, cracked. I don't know. I mean, it's not
cracked, but it's a little stiff.
Yeah, maybe a little stiff. So anyway, that's coming off. And in this kit here, we got a new tensioner pulley to go in place of that. And here's the new spring to go in place there. And then also in the kit, of course, we got the new water pump, which we'll be taking care of next, taking the old one off, and there's a new gasket for the water pump. So here is the water pump that's on the car. We're just gonna be taking those bolts off, and the old one will come out. that's the old water pump off. The hole right there, pretty cool. We got whole engine pretty ready. It's pretty sweet, man. We got the gasket here and the new water pump, which definitely looks really nice, real shiny. So I'm just gonna put this gasket on in here. All right, just went ahead and cleaned up the surface a little bit. Got my gasket on the water pump. So we got the new timing belt here, and we've got the water pump and the new tensioner on with the spring. So ready to put this guy on? Okay, so sorry we had to cut that, but so what I ended up doing was starting the belt on this whole side. I actually fed it around the tensioner and the water pump, and then I actually put the crank part on last. I think you could do it differently where maybe you put the cam part on last and you're pulling the belt up to go over top of it. But just for me, the way it worked, I ended up doing the crank part last. But so there you go. All right, so now I got my torque wrench out. This tensioner pulley here needs to be at 33 foot-pound. That was it. Yeah. Such a light little thing with this torque wrench, man. Like, it works really good for the bigger numbers, but the low numbers, like, it's got to be so quiet for you to listen to hear it. But yeah, so 33 foot-pound. Using some more of the beloved purple power on the lower timing cover, and we'll spray that off. Just get it a little bit cleaner. All right, so here's that all-important keyway that we need, and we need to be able to put it back on this piece right here. So, you see it sit in there just like so. Then we can take our harmonic balancer, and we know that we are still in sight of being on time, and you'll see the keyway part right here. I'm just matching that up with that guy down there. Sorry, my head is in the way. And there we are. Alright, so the valve cover going back on. I think that's a job wrapped here for today, which is very cool. Obviously, we're gonna see if everything just works out. But yeah, so I know a lot of you are probably disappointed to just see this going back on. Have no fear. It will be getting cooler, just not right now, in a video to come. So that's gonna be it today. We replaced the timing belt, the water pump. I'm really excited about that, man. What we're gonna be doing next is showing the clutch and flywheel. So I'm gonna be taking the transmission off of the old engine. I'm gonna clean it up again, prep it with the new throwout bearing, new pilot bearing going inside the new lightweight flywheel, and the new stage 3 action clutch with the stage 1 clutch disc. So lots of newness going on there, right? It's very cool. So yeah, really excited about it, you guys. This thing's coming together. Thank you so much for sticking with us, and we're getting closer. So be talking to you in the comments.